In this video, we'll be talking about good debt versus bad debt and how you can shift your mind to grow your wealth. Hey, what's up? I'm Mark Bellini, and I'm all about achieving financial independence through real estate investing and online business. So if you're interested in achieving financial freedom for yourself, be sure to like and subscribe and you will not miss a thing. So majority of people in this country have some form of debt, and you can categorize that debt into one of two categories, and that's going to be either bad debt or good debt. Now, most people believe that debt is bad in general. Some people don't like debt at all and will avoid it at all costs. Like Dave Ramsey is someone who preaches, using zero debt whatsoever. But I kind of wanted to talk about how debt can be a good thing if used properly. So first I want to cover kind of what bad debt is. And it's your typical, basically taking a loan to purchase, a really big expensive house that you don't really need. It's taking out a loan to buy a really nice car that you don't need. Obviously you need a car to go to work and commute and do the basics, but you don't need to get something luxurious. You can get something that's to get you from point A to point B. It's going to be things like boats, or if you purchase like a second home, like a vacation home, and it just sits empty most of the time. Any kind of luxuries, even small things. If you just spend a lot of money on Amazon, you're buying a lot of stuff. Just the more things you buy, going on expensive vacations, you're just racking up the credit card bill, and you have to pay that off every single month, and you're paying interest on that credit card every single month. That is bad debt because there's zero return on that. You'll get a little bit of enjoyment, so you get you get excited because you buy like a new item or you go on a little vacation or something, and that'll bring you enjoyment, but it'll be short-lived. And then you just have to go back to work and to earn money to pay that off. And so you're basically kind of like borrowing from your future self, and you just have to pay that off. And it's kind of makes your life kind of a grind to a degree. So that's kind of what bad debt is. Now, good debt is something that you use, and you use it kind of like as a tool. And a great example of this would be, or two great examples of this would be real estate, rental real estate investing, or a business. So good debt would be going to the bank and saying, here's a down payment on a house. And they're saying, okay, we'll let you purchase this house. Here's the rest of the money. And then you purchase that house, then you find tenants and you put them in place, and they pay their rent, and you pay the mortgage every month, and then you save like whatever's left over. So it might be, it could be $100, $50, $200, $300, $400. And that is what you would consider good debt, because you're taking debt on, but you're earning a profit from it. And it's also an appreciating asset that is getting growing in its value over time. So that's what good debt would be. So another example of this would be a business. So let's say you're a growing business and you create a product. Let's say it's televisions or something. And you have enough money to create a certain amount of televisions, but you strike a big deal and they want to order way more than you can build. And there's no way you could build that many with the cash that you have in your reserves. So at that point, you would go to the bank and be like, hey, I need to borrow this much money to create this product so I can sell it to this distributor. And the bank would be like, okay, so here's the money. You build all your products, you sell them all, you make your money, you pay back the bank, and you keep the difference there. And so you're growing a business in that way. So you're basically using debt as a tool, and you're kind of borrowing from your future self. So you borrow money up front, and then you go basically make money, and then you can kind of pay off that debt. And then eventually it kind of grows your wealth bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So that's kind of the concept here. And what's good about this is if you were to, let's say you're going to be investing in real estate. If you had to save up like cash to buy houses, like if you had, let's say you're buying like $300,000 house, how long is it going to take you to save $300,000? Like you can buy like one house, Then you have to save for years, years and years and years to buy another one. That's not really effective, and you can't scale that way. It's going to be very, very, very difficult to do that. So that's where the banks come in. You can leverage the bank's money. You can use other people's money to grow your wealth. And so you're using basically good debt to move things along a little faster. So that's kind of how it works. And so, like I said, a lot of people have bad debt. And the reason is because you get like enjoyment out of it. So like I said earlier, you get kind of enjoyment out of purchasing something on Amazon. You get that little hit of dopamine for making that purchase, or you buy a new car and it's, you feel good, but it's for a brief period of time and you don't get anything from it. And so what I challenge you to do is, if you're kind of stuck in that pattern, what you need to try and do is kind of shift your mindset to basically get enjoyment out of purchasing assets with good debt. So instead of getting excited about buying a package on Amazon or whatever, get excited about saving your money and then purchasing a rental property or starting that business that you've wanted to start. Get excited about that, because that's going to be way more fulfilling in your life, and it's going to create an asset that's going to give you a source of income for the rest of your life versus that short little spike in happiness, basically. So that's what I challenge you to do, is find ways to leverage good debt to build your wealth a lot faster than you would otherwise, and cut back on that bad debt as much as possible. So if you like this content, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.